sister took every man I loved, so I made sure she could never take another man again. My sister Lila always wanted whatever man I had. Every time I brought a guy home, she'd walk around in tiny shorts until he noticed. She'd laugh at all their jokes and touch their arms. By the third time they came over, they were asking for her number instead of mine. It started in high school with Brandon. He was my first real boyfriend, and we'd been together 6 months when I brought him home. Lila appeared in this tiny dress and spent dinner leaning across the table. 2 weeks later, I caught them making out in her car. When I confronted her, she shrugged and said he pursued her. Our parents believed her story about my jealousy. She dumped him immediately, but kept his varsity jacket in her closet. Then came Alex in college, who lasted 2 years before meeting Lila. He promised he wasn't interested in girls like her, but during spring break, she orchestrated her attack perfectly. First, she needed help with fake homework. Then her car broke down daily, requiring rides everywhere. I found them in my bed one afternoon. She cried to our parents that I was making things up. They accused me of blaming her for my failures. She kept his watch and wore it constantly like a medal. The worst was Daniel after Lila had married Robert 3 years ago. We were engaged and living together when she started visiting constantly. She'd show up when I was at work and act surprised when I arrived. Daniel grew distant until I found his poems at her apartment. She'd manipulated him into writing new ones about her. When confronted, she laughed and said, "It's not my fault men prefer me." Everything changed when I started dating Paul from work. I kept him secret for 3 months to protect him, but Lila had already found his